That is a tank. Oh my God. Whoa! Alright, welcome back to another episode of Southside Fishing. I'm your host, Nick. Today I got a pretty cool video for you guys. I finally got my hands on a reel that I have been waiting for, and I mean waiting for. I've just been waiting for the right opportunity to get it, and it's presented itself, so I have it. That reel being the Curado DC, the Shimano Curado DC. That guy right there, that is a good looking reel if I do say so myself. I'm super excited. So I'm gonna run down basically what happened when I went out fishing yesterday to do a review on this reel. So yesterday, I left the house at about 7:30. It was not ideal conditions. It was about 38, raining constantly, and about 40 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts, which is a huge turnoff to a fisherman, obviously. But I still went out there, I bundled up, and I still went out there to try to catch some fish and do a review. I left the house almost positive that I wasn't gonna catch a fish, just because my confidence level wasn't that high. The spot that I was going to, and granted I was doing some pond hopping, but the first spot I was gonna stop at, I've had little luck with. I more went there just because it's open space and I can get a really good review. So I basically went out there to try to catch some fish. So let's see how that went. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me right now. The wind is howling, as you see. I'm turning my back to the wind so it blocks a little bit, but I do not expect to catch a damn thing today. Especially with conditions like this. Wind's gusting at 35, they said. You know, white caps on the water. It's all muddied up because of the waves and stuff. But here it is. The Curado DC. I got that 14-pound FC Sniper, and I got a 1/4 ounce jig on there with a Chompers trailer. We're gonna see, I got it on mode number 3 because that's the mode you use for fluorocarbon. I might be switching around a little bit, might put it up to 4, just because it's so windy. I might be casting into the wind, so I guess we'll just toss this thing out for the first time. I'm gonna try to toss it out when it's not so windy so you can hear the sound. Here we go. I don't even know if you can hear that. It's a right-hand retrieve, which obviously I'm not used to. All my reels, if you've seen, are all left-hand retrieve, just because that's what I'm used to. So it is kind of weird fishing this right-hand retrieve. It just feels a lot different. First impressions casting. It's kind of hard to tell the first impression because it's so crappily windy, but pretty good. I have it on mode 3. No backlash. I haven't done the spool. Let's do another one. I'm not going to thumb the spool at all. Except for when it hits the water. And no backlashes. my god. God, this thing casts a mile. Okay, so now that you might be able to hear me, first impressions of this reel are I love it and it's amazing. I'm casting a 1/2 ounce Z-Man chatterbaits on 14-pound Sunline FC Sniper, and I'm casting it a mile. I've casted it into the wind, nothing, no backlashes. I've casted it, I've tried skipping it, skips real good on mode number 4. Right now I've got it on number 3, which is the setting for fluorocarbon. I haven't got a fish on it. I didn't really expect to catch a fish. I mean, I might go to some other ponds. I might wait for this weather to kind of clear up, which it should towards the middle of the day. But cast really smooth, reels in really smooth. I'm assuming the drag is probably somewhat similar, if not the exact same as the drag on the Curado K, which is very good. The looks of it, really nice, very nice. I mean, you can throw a multitude of baits on this. I've actually switched up to a spinner bait. I switched up to a smaller 1.5 crankbait and thrown it on this thing. I just haven't shown it just because I haven't been catching fish and it's been really, really windy and the quality would be terrible. But and now that the wind's letting up, I'm kind of showing you guys. But very, very smooth reel. I like it. And I just might have to pick it up because my buddy's giving me a really, really good deal on this. So. That's just insane. That's insane. You do not have to thumb this thing at all. I mean, obviously you thumb it when it hits the water, as any reel. But I think if you put it on mode 4, I don't think you even have to do that. I'm going to make another bomb cast here, and I'm going to show you how much you don't have to thumb the spool. So, here we go. That's no backlashes. That's insane. That is insane. So I casted around for a couple, I don't want to say a couple hours because I know it wasn't that long. I think it was about an hour, at most hour and a half. It's really all I could take at that first spot just because it was so open, so it was super windy. So, you know, it wasn't fun to sit in and try to catch a fish, especially when you're not catching. But the reel casts smooth. As you saw, even in the wind, it casts very far. It's a real good reel. I have 14-pound Sunline FC Sniper on there, so I'm using mode 3, which is specifically meant for fluorocarbon, and I was getting a lot of distance. Now real quick, I'm going to go over this reel. I'm going to go over the modes it has and basically how to use it. So let's dive down to the table and I'll show you guys. Okay, so here is the reel. As you see, it's in kind of like a bluish gray, almost a gunmetal gray. Real cool finish on it with those green handles and that yellow tension knob with the stripes, the green tension knob with the yellow stripes. Looks very sick. This is the 150, the right hand retrieve. And what that 150 means is it is a 150 size spool. So if you didn't know that, any reel that, you know, has 150, mainly Shimano I think it is that does that, 150 or 200, you know, or 70, it's a 150 size spool, a 200 size spool, or a 70 size spool basically. So this is a 6.2 to 1. A little slow for what I like, but hey, I'm not complaining. When I can get it for the price that my friend's asking for it, it's really no problem to me. Like I said, I got 14-pound FC Sniper by Sunline on there. Just spooled it up literally the night before I went fishing, so it's a fresh spool and it casts far. Standard Shimano thumb grips on this thing, as you see. That kind of molded angle that fits your thumb very, very nicely. Strong, thick handle as usual on Shimano reels. Basically what this reel is, it is a Shimano Corrado K. It's the same exact reel. All they've done is thrown that DC chip in there. And how to take the side plate off, if you're wondering, is you just flip that dial right there to open. Right there that says open, and then all you do is you push that side plate down and pull it off, and there's your spool, and there is the DC braking system. So there's nothing on the inside that you can change and adjust, obviously, because it's all done digitally. The only thing really you can adjust on this reel is the spool tension, the drag, and the modes of braking. So I'm gonna go over the modes real quick. Don't worry, the fishing part is coming very, very soon. I just wanted to basically show you guys how this thing works. So mode number 1, this is for your maximum casting distance and ideal conditions. Obviously yesterday was not ideal conditions, but I still tested it out and still managed to get a real far cast on it. So mode number 2, this is going to be for your braid or your monofilament. Simple as that. Mode number 3, this is going to be the mode that I stay around because I usually use fluorocarbon unless I use braid. But that's for your fluorocarbon. Mode number 3 is for your fluorocarbon. Mode number 4, that is going to be maximum braking. This is for beginners, or if you're skipping. You're not going to be able to get a lot of distance out of it. Obviously all the brakes are applied, but the only time I would use this mode is if I'm skipping, and if I'm skipping, it's usually under docks and stuff like that, so it's going to be tight quarters anyway, so I don't need a long distance cast. And also for beginners, just so that they can get, you know, a feel for the reel without backlashing every single time. And let me tell you, I took this thing on mode 4 and I slung it into that 35-40 mile per hour wind, and it did not backlash. I did not thumb the spool. I think I have it on video, so we'll see. But yeah, I mean, that's basically all there is to this reel, all the features and whatnot. Like I said before, 6.2 to 1, so that basically means the spool for every full turn of the handle rotates about 6.2 times. Like I said though before too, it is also a little bit slower than I'm used to. I usually stay around that 7.3 to 7.4 to 1 gear ratio, but hey, not complaining. So let's dive back up. The time had come. I had not caught any fish. It was really cold, it was really windy, I was getting a little bit tired. I decided to switch spots. So I moved to another spot right off a highway, not too far away. I don't think I filmed anything there because it was literally only accessible from the side of the highway. So it was 1, not very good quality, 2, pretty damn sketchy, and 3, the water was probably at deepest about 2.5, 3 feet for a good 100+ yards out, and then it got deep, so I couldn't cast to it, and I knew the fish, if there were fish there, they were sitting in that deeper water. So, but I did try for about a half hour there, and then I just dipped out to another spot that you're about to see coming up here. So now I was fishing this new spot for a while, and I was actually gonna go home, and then this happened. Okay, so what I did is I looked at that lake map where the pond, or they call this a pond, so I looked at the pond map. Let me turn around here to get the depth of this place and to see where the deep water is. So the shallow water is all right there by the sign and all on that left side and back into that cut, and then the deep water is right here and there, about 9 foot. So I'm like, okay, I've been fishing pretty shallow the other ponds that I went to, so they don't seem to be shallow. I didn't see any shallow here, so I'm like, I'm gonna fish the deep stuff. That is a huge bass. That's like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, look at that thing. Oh, get up here. Oh, get up here. Whoa, baby, yes, yes. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Look at that fish. That is a tank. Oh my God. Whoa! Yes. Oh God, that is amazing. I was just about to leave the spot. I'm like, they're not biting the jerkbait. They're not biting anything. Oh my God. I don't have a scale. This is damn near my PB right here. This is damn near my PB. Oh my God. Insane. That's insane. I can't believe this. Yes. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, that feels so good. I haven't caught a fish on a jerkbait in so long. It wasn't on the Curado K, but you know what? I mean, it wasn't on the Curado DC, but that's okay, to be honest with you. I will take that on any reel, anywhere. Look at that. Oh my God, that's a tank. All right, gonna let this guy back. Cause that is a freaking tank, baby, yes. Oh my goodness. Get out of here. Yes. Oh my God, I was thinking the day was gonna be so bad. I was thinking it was going to be so bad. Yes! Yeah, that was a really solid, valid, big fish. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think that was my last, I don't know, I think that might have been my last outing for bass this year, besides ice fishing whenever that decides to start, whenever that water starts to ice over, just because from now on it's gonna snow Friday and it's gonna snow Monday and Tuesday, and it's basically going to be in mid-30s and high 20s for the rest of the year. So not really too pleasurable for bass fishing. I don't know, I might go out if I'm feeling frisky, but probably not. So hope you guys enjoyed this little review of the Curado DC. This is a sick reel for $250. I mean, $250 for a reel with a DC chip in it is insane. Usually when you're talking DC, you're talking Japanese domestic market, you know, JDM, or you gotta get it shipped over from some seller on eBay who, you know, isn't always a valid source. They could be scamming you. So for this to be sold in the US, made by Shimano, is a very big thing, and a lot of people have picked this up. So as I said before, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Let me teach them how to fish that they don't know, and maybe I'll teach them a thing or two that they didn't know, even if they do fish. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, fish every day.